We're live.
Can you believe it? We are already 6 days into 2026. How's everyone doing? I see that we have lots of folks from all over the place joining us. Please drop where you're at in the chat. I would love to see. And welcome to the kickoff for our Start Strong Challenge. Who is ready to kick some butt and take names for their writing career in 2026? Me. I know I'm not the only one. Let me know that you are also going to be on this plan for 2026. If you are new to AutoCrit or to one of our challenges, my name is Becca Brinkmeyer, and I am one of our author coaches and instructors, and generally all around. You see me a lot around the AutoCrit community, and so I will be kicking off our challenge today, and I am so excited. We also have Catherine in the comments here in YouTube, so she will be responding back to your questions. Everyone say hi to Catherine. Okay, let's get into this. Let's talk about what the Start Strong Challenge looks like. All right, what is it? This is a challenge that we actually hold every single January, and this is a way to kind of get those creative juices flowing. It is I would call it an exercise in creativity, because we do give you some parameters for your story, and then it's up to you and how you use them. This is an all genre challenge. You are not constrained to a single genre. It is narrative prose though. And it is also, as Catherine was so helpful to put on the screen, it is 100% free to participate. The reason we do these challenges is we want you to write. We want you to have that creativity rolling and ready to go now that we are in the new year. So the rules for this: we have one complete story in 1,000 words. I know, as someone who writes long, I'm like, 1,000 words, I can't get to the point in 1,000 words. I believe that you can, and I'm actually going, while I will not be, it's not a contest, so I'm not going to be putting my work in with everyone else's. I have challenged myself, because this year's theme is so much fun. I have challenged myself to also complete a story. I think I will go ahead and post that story inside of our AutoCrit community, and you guys can see what I did with this, because I'm very excited about it. So 1,000 words, one complete story. So what do I mean when I say a complete story? It needs to be self-contained, right? It needs a beginning, middle, and end. If it is a first chapter, if it is an excerpt from a larger piece, if there's a blatant cliffhanger, that does not meet the parameters of this challenge. It needs to be self-contained. So if you want to be considered part of the finishers here for Start Strong, you need to show use of the challenge theme, including the setting, the object, and verb in the story, and I'll explain that in a minute. It needs to be 1,000 words, original story with clear beginning, middle, and end. And new this year, you will be submitting a 100-word blurb that clearly shows use of the theme and challenge requirements for your story. So that is what you are submitting for 2026, is that 100-word blurb. Who is ready to know what the theme is? Because we got silly this year, and I'm very excited about it. Does anyone have any guesses? Last year's theme was whimsy. If you remember, if you were here for last year's Start Strong Challenge, we had the abandoned laundromat, whimsy, and a pinwheel. And to waltz was the verb. Okay. This year's theme is, drum roll please, which I won't do because it'll be really annoying on the sound, chaos and misunderstanding. So this is going to be a lot of room for interpretation here. So what do I mean when chaos and misunderstanding are put together? We can do things like, maybe they are going to a conference, for example, and there is just bedlam everywhere, and it could be like, I'm apparently in business mode this morning, so they thought they were going to be a guest, but in reality they are the keynote speaker, and someone tells them 3 minutes before they have to speak, and they have to just go nuts and go ahead and figure out this. Maybe it's a different kind of chaos. Maybe it's a different misunderstanding. Remember, there is a lot of room to play here. So this is our theme. Your story needs to fit in the theme of chaos and misunderstanding. So again, all genres are welcome. You can use, I think chaos fits pretty nicely in pretty much any genre you can come up with. There's chaos in romance, there's chaos in sci-fi, there's chaos in fantasy, there's chaos in horror, there's chaos in literary, there's chaos in, I mean, yeah, you could do genre mashes, you could do mystery. There's a lot of room to play here. Remember, though, that this is a narrative prose challenge. So while we love our poets so much, I personally think poetry is a beautiful form. This is a narrative prose challenge. Additional content guidelines, basically stories that violate YouTube's content guidelines cannot be considered for the finalist round. So we ask that any graphic acts of violence, specifically involving abuse of any kind, and on the page intimate content involving minor children are prohibited. Even if it's considered consensual, it is not something that is part of this challenge. These are the technical requirements. 12-point standard font, written in English, single-spaced. I don't care what style guide you use as long as it's consistent. Please do give it an editing pass and do not include your name in the file. We will be giving further submission instructions, including a step-by-step how to submit a little bit later. This is just give you a heads up of what we're doing. Your setting is going to be for this year a community center. I did not specify where this community center is. It is a community center. Maybe it's the community center on your intergalactic spaceship on your mission to a far off planet. I watched The Martian last night, so maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking about Mars. Maybe it's a community center in your neighborhood. Maybe it's a community center that is abandoned. Maybe it's a community center that is haunted. I don't know, but your setting needs to be set in a community center. Your object that needs to have an integral role in your story is a bottle cap. I don't care what kind of bottle it comes from, but a bottle cap is your object. Now, are you ready for your verb? Because I will tell you that this is one of my favorite verbs of all time. And if you've been in any of my classes, you've actually mentioned that this is my favorite verb. Your verb is to vex. Also, just vex is just fun to say, but that is your verb. So just to reiterate, our theme this year is chaos and misunderstanding. Our location is a community center in wherever you want to put that community center. We have an object, which is a bottle cap, and our verb is vex. You can use that in whatever tense you would like. Someone asked. So yeah, that is absolutely fine. Just use vex. Okay. Oh, Kevin says, as the chair of trustees of a community center, I could probably write a true story. I love this, and please do. So important dates, our challenge opens today. We do have this year 2 bonus twists. These are optional. You don't have to include them if you don't want to, but one of them will be announced next week and the following will be announced the following week. Then what we will give you, if you are able to successfully put these slightly unhinged bonus twists into your story and keep it at that 1,000-word mark and still submit your blurb, you will get an additional digital badge that states that you are one of the twist masters for the Start Strong challenge. They are super cute. I had so much fun with these. So we're going to offer that to you if you would like to do that. There's not a specific number of times that you have to use the verb, but I do need to know that it needs to be prominent. Tharina asks, does the word bottle cap have to be used or can it be lid? It actually has to be bottle cap. So And we have our submission window will open on the 23rd and it will close on the 25th. These are important dates because we are announcing the completion of the challenge on the 27th. This will be live streams. These will be held at the same time every Tuesday for the month of January. So you will see me and Catherine every week to announce new things. And we did have a lot of fun with coming up with these bonus twists. I can't wait to see what you guys do with them because they are just, oh my gosh, they were just really, really fun. And when I was thinking of these things, I was trying to think of how many different genres we have represented here in our AutoCrit community. And our community is so creative. I believe in you guys. This is so much fun to see what you guys come up with every year. And I wanted to give you a lot of freedom to exercise your personal brand of creativity within these parameters. So that is why we moved to the bonus twists. You still need to have our standard prompt, but I wanted to give you guys freedom to use or not use the bonus twists. So hopefully you like that. We did get quite a bit of feedback from past participants that wanted to query their pieces to short story magazines and websites and things of that nature. So for this year, we will only be sharing the blurbs on YouTube. Because we want you guys to be able to do whatever you want. Of course, you retain full rights to your content, 100%. AutoCrit has nothing to do with the rights to your content. It is 1000% all yours. So we wanted to make sure that you have as many options as you want because this is a really fun prompt and I think it could go a lot of places. The word count requirement is 1,000 words. There will also be, if you log in to AutoCrit on the hub later today, you will see this outlined as well. You'll see Start Strong Challenge 2026, and it will have the criteria in there as well. And this replay, obviously, because this is YouTube, you can watch it whenever you would like. Tammy asks, but will we submit story and blurb, but you share only the blurb? Yes. You will have in the AutoCrit Pro community, there will be an option where if you want to share your story with everyone else, there will be a thread that we will open where you have the option to paste your story in there and share it with people. But we will only be talking about and sharing your blurb publicly. The bottle cap can be whatever you want it to be, Darina. It can be, it just needs to be incorporated. The 1,000 is total words. I don't want 999 and I don't want 1001. It's 1,000 words. Your blurb is separate from that 1,000 words. So really when you submit, you'll be submitting something that is 1,000 words of story and then 100 word blurb. Okay. Who else has questions? Because I'm really, are we excited about this? Because I think this theme is really fun, but I'm also kind of unhinged with my creativity. So are we good? Do we think this is, I think this is going to be so much fun to read this. What about the old-fashioned firecracker bottle cap? Yeah. You can I interpret bottle cap, but it needs to be bottle cap how you will. Exactly 1,000 words, and it does exclude the title. The title does not count. I'm talking about the actual prose. The story itself needs to be exactly 1,000 words. The blurb is 100 words. The title is its own separate thing. So the title, yes, the word count is, we're using the writer's desk for the word count. So we will have a very thorough video on how to submit. We are going to be doing lots of check-ins, and then I can't wait to tell you about the bonus twist. I've been told I cannot tell you until next week, which is, you know me, I don't like being the secret keeper. So I'm really excited. So yeah, we're gonna do the Jeannie. The blurb is the new requirement this year. So what we're doing, we had feedback from previous participants where they want to query their story for like magazine and contests, like short story contests. So we are requiring for you to be considered a challenge finisher that you submit along with your story a 100-word blurb for your story. That is what the blurb requirement is. Yes, it can be less than 100 words. The writer's desk is our is inside of AutoCrit. So if you have a free, all of you should have a free AutoCrit account, or if you're a member of our pro community. So that is where you can write it wherever you want, but you're going to be submitting through the writer's desk, and it does have a word counter. So that is what we are using for this word count challenge. And it is, we're going to have lots of instructions on how to do that. The blurb can absolutely be under 100 words for sure. Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what we're going to do. We have a ton of you in this challenge this year, and I am thrilled to walk along with you and ride along with you for January. I am going to post all this stuff into the hub. So if you log into AutoCrit, the hub is what you see when you first log in. So you're going to see things like our calendar and things of that nature. So these instructions will be posted by end of day today. So you'll be able to check back there and see that. If you're just joining us, you can absolutely still join in the challenge. It is free, 100%. We're not asking for any money or anything. This is just kind of a fun thing that we do every January. And the link to join will be in the caption for this video. And yeah, start strong writing challenge. Let's do it. Bring in 2026. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Catherine, I think we're good. Do you have anything else that you want me to answer? The title is not included in the 1,000 words. The title is separate, and we'll show you what to do with the title. I'm talking about the story from beginning, middle, end, exactly 1,000 words. Someone is excited and scared to death, and this has been a silent dream. I'm choosing to really be thrilled that that's the reaction, because this is going to be fun. Okay, you guys, be creative. Get into it. If you're using, AutoCrit Pro, we'll show you next week a little bit on how to use Story Builder to help kind of work out some ideas. And you guys have a great week. I will see you next week. So, all right, guys.